I would say that every fruit and vegetable is a favorite. The recent most favorite would be mushrooms. Pakistan is where I was born and raised, so mushrooms were a delicacy and I never really got to eat them. And I think I was on a date one time and my host or my date actually ordered the meal for me, and it had mushrooms, and it was the first time I'd ever actually tasted them, and actually I really loved it. So now I eat them all the time. And I like to do stir fry, and I'm not a traditional Pakistani cook per se, but I improvise. So I'm kind of like the way I make artwork is how I make food.
What is your favorite? Okay, Blue, why are mangoes your favorite? Blue, how often do you eat mangoes? How do mangoes make you feel?
My favorite fruit is a banana. Bananas are my favorite fruit because they're sweet. I feel like you can have them breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They're a good substitute for dessert for me, and they're also very good for potassium, and since I play basketball, they're good for my legs. I discovered bananas probably through my mom. She used to make me fruit salads before my game. A combination of bananas and strawberries is one of my favorite things to eat of all time. It's kind of a great dessert. It's kind of something to satisfy your sweet tooth, so my mom kind of put me onto bananas. Before every game day, I definitely eat a banana in the morning, and then when I get to the gym, I always eat a banana before the game because, like I said, they're good for your legs. So I definitely on game days have 2 bananas.
My favorite fruit are blueberries. Blueberries are my favorite for a lot of different reasons. You can have them fresh, they taste just as good frozen as well. You can use them when they are frozen in smoothies, you can put them in breakfast and cereal. You can use them for absolutely anything that you want. I discovered blueberries, it wasn't long ago, because growing up I wasn't a huge fruit eater, but once I decided to step outside of the box and try it, I started to love different fruits, different vegetables, and so I put blueberries in my oatmeal one time and just fell in love with the fruit. So I have it in just about everything I eat. The greatest thing about blueberries, they're different from the bigger fruits. You can't throw up an orange and catch it in your mouth. With a blueberry, you can throw it up, catch it in your mouth, and walk on your way. So blueberries are awesome.
My favorite vegetable is broccoli. When I was a kid, broccoli was my favorite because it looked like little trees. Now that I'm older, it's still cool because it looks like little trees. Now I know the nutritional value of broccoli, and it helps keep my bones strong. It helps me go to work every day and dance. I eat my favorite vegetable about 4 or 5 times a week. I either throw it in a salad or put it in a bag and take it to go with me throughout the day. I discovered my favorite vegetable when I was in elementary school. My parents packed my lunch every day, and I was the only kid who had vegetables in my lunch. And they sent me to school every day with broccoli and cauliflower and carrots.
What is your favorite? Why is it your favorite? How often do you eat your favorite? How does your favorite make you feel?
My favorite is carrots. They're my favorite because they're very healthy for you. Also, I like the taste of them. I pretty much try to eat them almost every day of the week. I try to eat them almost every day, usually for dinner or for a snack, like before or after practice. I think my mom pretty much just gave them to me when I was really little for dinner one time. I pretty much liked them ever since.
What is your favorite? Can you show me why it's your favorite? How did you discover your favorite? So can you show us how corn makes you feel?
My favorite is grapefruit. It's my favorite because it's just so refreshing in the morning to have a grapefruit, and it's full of vitamin C and it tastes delicious. I discovered my favorite when I was really little. My parents loved grapefruit and they would have it for me in the mornings, and at first they would take every little piece out for me when I was little, and then finally I learned to do it myself. When I was in middle school, as a fundraiser for my school orchestra, we had to sell fruit, and we sold both oranges and grapefruit, and I sold way more grapefruit because I told everybody that I loved it and I really sold it, so I made a lot of money from my orchestra.
My favorite fruit is grapes. They're sweet, You know, it's not a big fruit. You know what I mean? You can take your little dose of it, and you know, it's real easy to eat, and it's not messy. I started eating grapes because of my mother. She always picked up grapes and ate grapes, so I think that's where I got it from. Back home, me and my buddy always throw grapes around. Every time we get grapes, when we get bored, we'll throw them back and forth to each other.
My favorite vegetable is green beans. I think one thing is I like the taste of green beans. I think very important if you're going to eat something that you like the taste of it. One of the things I like about green beans is you can put bacon with it, and I think everybody likes bacon and a vegetable. So I try to eat it as often as possible. I like other vegetables, but you know, if it's a choice, I'll get green beans, especially if they're fresh green beans. As a kid, my mom, she would cook fresh green beans, and she'd really make a meal out of it. Kind of a Sunday thing, not every Sunday, but just every once in a while. We'd just get a bunch of green beans, and I think it may have been easy for my mom to cook it too. It was always good. It's one of those memorable dinners that we would have as a family.
My favorite produce item is guava. The first time I ever had guava was actually during a study abroad program when I was living in Cuba. It's very popular in all Latin American countries, and maybe that's one reason it's my favorite. It represents such a fun and unique stage in my life. For me, it satisfies my sweet tooth. There's just no fruit like it. It is so tropical, it's really exotic. I love that I can introduce it to so many people that have never tried it before, and it just offers me that escape to the tropics at any given time. It's like love at first sight. Oh, love at first bite.
My favorite is kiwis. I've just always really liked the flavor of them. I like the taste. I don't know, they're refreshing, they're flavorful, they're cool. If kiwis are in front of me, I'll eat them all. With my dad being a professional driver, we went to a lot of different functions and things where they had fruit trays and kiwis were always available. Anytime that we went to a place where they were, I had them. And then of course, then Mom started buying them all the time, so they were at home. I just recently discovered that a kiwi looks like an eyeball, so cut one open and hold it up and check it out, and it looks like your eye.
My favorite fruit is peaches. Peaches are my favorite because I've always enjoyed them growing up. They're a quick and easy snack. I just enjoy peaches. Anytime I go to the store, I always try to pick up some peaches. When I was a kid, I grew up in South Texas, and there was peach trees all over the neighborhood. And so anytime me and my friends were riding our bikes out there, we'd always just kind of go by a neighbor's house that peaches were sticking out on the tree limbs and grab one and eat it from the tree limbs.
My favorite fruit, all time I would have to say a pear. I probably eat a pear every 2 days. You know, you can do a lot of things with pears. You can actually make pear like an applesauce, but pear sauce is great. I don't really remember, but I think my mother was the first person who introduced me to a pear. I don't really have many funny stories about a pear other than just eating a lot of them. I love them.
My favorite fruit is pineapple. Pineapple is my favorite fruit because they're sweet, and I do a lot of smoothies. So I like pineapple strawberry, pineapple banana, a little bit of pineapple everything. I eat pineapple probably at least once a week. I mean, it's not the easiest to cut up, but if I get one, I'll cut it up and eat it throughout the week. I discovered pineapple, my mom and dad. She got us really involved in all of the fruits that we eat, fruits and vegetables. I mean, just having her and experimenting, and that was one of the fruits that I liked.
Spinach is definitely my favorite food. Spinach is my favorite because it provides a lot of good healthy vitamins and it slows digestion down. I discovered spinach through my time at the dining hall at Stanford. They provided us with a lot of good healthy options and started eating spinach salads there, and I've kind of brought it into other foods as we went along. I eat spinach, I would say, with at least 2 meals a day. Every breakfast I mix it into my eggs. Every lunch I eat it with salad. So I'm eating spinach quite a bit.
My favorite fruit is strawberries. When I was a kid, I always used to eat strawberries. I'm a big strawberry shortcake fan. That was something that, during any holidays, we always had a big fruit plate. And the thing that I take the most was all the strawberries. Wherever there's strawberries, I eat it. In college, my coach knew that I was a big strawberry fan, and during one of our team dinners, I ordered a steak and they brought me out a big plate of strawberries for my dinner. And I thought it was pretty funny because I didn't get my steak that I was waiting on, but they brought me a big plate of strawberries, which I told them to keep it there because I was going to eat it anyways.